Well, guess who got access to the Slade patch early? Hello everyone, it's Dimz, and let me start by saying thank you so much to Aether Studios for giving me access to the Slade or the Fun for All patch early. I and other content creators in the Rivals 2 content creation program had got this access, so we was able to look at Slade early, test out the new patch, and also prepare some videos. So that's just what I did. In the Fun for All update, Aether Studio has set out for people to have more things to do, like casually, other than just fighting the computer, I guess. Which is very much appreciative, but just like the update name, Fun for All, I want to know, is it actually fun? So in this video, I'm going to be going over and talking about the casual versions or the Aether versions of every stage that was added in the update. Because truth be told, I was a bit skeptical when they said they was going to add more casual stages, because I just thought, hey, they're just going to add stages that's just going to kill you more often than not. But to my surprise, and to not bury the lead, I was pleasantly surprised and pleased with all the stages. They are actually fun and well thought out. So, we are going to go over each of them one by one, and I might as well put it in a tier list format, because why not? Everyone loves tier lists. Without further ado, let's get on to our first stage. Also, just for you to know, I did play these stages numerous times with friends and by myself with a computer, but the footage I'm going to show is just me fighting the computers. First up is going to be Training Dojo. Now, Training Dojo reminds me of Peach's Castle from Smash Bros. 64, with a little oscillating platform at the bottom and the bumper at the top. However, in Rivals 2 for Training Dojo, there's multiple bumpers. Personally, the bumper is one of my favorite items like ever, so I'm actually fine with it being on the stage, especially when there's multiple of it. And for the stage itself, the stage is actually fine. The bumpers that exist on the stage doesn't actually knock you back too forcefully, so you won't actually get KO'd just by hitting a bumper or something, but it will just beat you around like a hacky sack or something. Which is fun in concept, but as I continue to play the stage with friends, we notice that we kind of lose agency as we continue playing on the stage. As in, the deciding factor on who win or loss wasn't really up to us at all. Now I understand, casual stages, this tends to happen, but the amount of times you just keep getting ping pong no matter whether you're hitting your opponent or not, you just might as well just throw up your hands and say, bumper take the wheel. So this stage is alright, and I did have fun, but you know, it's just alright. Up next is Thunderous Tempest Peak. On this stage, they have a good layout, and the 4 platforms, they periodically move up and down and such, and it's a good stage. The gimmick of the stage is that there is a thunderous cloud on the bottom blast zone, so you cannot lose or get KO'd by going downward. If you go downward, you're going to get zapped and hit back up, so you will only die to the top and the sides. It's interesting. The bonus thing to the stage is the statues. Each statue is holding a purple orb, where if you get close and you press your attack button, you can actually grab the item that they're holding. Which that item is the Kalan orb, the Kalan orb, whatever. It basically gives you Absa's little zappy thing. And honestly, this is one of my least favorite items, so I'm gonna have to give this stage a few negative points to the fact that this item is like now always on the stage, it's always here. But I did have a good time on the stage, but it's just alright. Next up is Fire Tower. This stage has 2 platforms and a ceiling, but that's just about it. And honestly, this is definitely one of my favorite stages they have ever made. I know people usually hate ceilings, but I'm actually really fine with it, and I just had so much fun on this stage. It's very simple, but it works for me, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna give this stage very fun. Up next is Sinking Shipwreck. And on the outset, I thought I was going to hate this stage. To my surprise, I honestly love this stage. It's a very intimate stage with 3 places to stand and the 2 little platforms at the bottom. Sometimes and periodically they sink, so you will lose that place to stand. And there's actually a shark in the water that will actually jump up and bite players if they come too close to it. Similar to Claptrap on the DK Jungle Jape stage from Melee. But the good thing is, it's not as aggressive as Claptrap, as in it won't automatically kill you, and you can also parry it if you want to be really risky about it. The only downside to the stage, in my opinion, is the water's fake. It doesn't really slow you down and you can't swim in it, so it won't give you another chance to survive longer. But nevertheless, I really like this stage, it's very fun. Next up is Treetop Bridge. And this stage, it's a walk-off, it's a bridge, it's a flat walk-off. And that's kind of it, minus the giant plant monster in the back, which it periodically will mark a player and then go to that player to bite them. And when it bites that player, they will take a unguardable, unparryable 20% with some knockback. To get rid of the mark or to pass the mark, you'll have to hit an opponent. So it's kind of like a hot potato or tag situation. These are the type of stages I was kind of expecting that would just come up and just kill you. And I'm fine with one or two of these existing. But I dislike this one specifically because there really is no agency the player has to avoid the mark.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
You just sometimes get marked, and if you don't hit someone in the next 2 or 3 seconds, you get bitten. It is what it is, but I am not really thrilled to go back to this stage. This one's a dud for me. It's not like I want this stage to be deleted or anything, I'm just probably not going to play on it again. Next we have Julesvale's Skyline. On this stage you fight on 3 towering buildings and there are pitfalls in between them as well as open blast zones. It reminds me of Forsyth from Melee or Saffron City from Smash 64. Which those are stages that I like, and I like this one too. I had fun on this one. Not much more to say because the stage doesn't really do anything. Up next, we're taking a ride on the Armada fleet. And this stage layout is all over the place. It's constantly changing. It's basically poke floats, kind of. You just don't get used to the solid ground that you're on. Well, or I guess the lack of solid ground that you're on. This stage is definitely the most dynamic stages of the bunch. And definitely the most jank and the most glitches and the most just this stage is wonky with all the moving platforms and stuff. Some of your moves won't work on edge sometimes, kind of, maybe. It's funny. It even confused the CPUs, where I think it's quite simple that you can just use my creator code in the Rivals of Aether 2 shop on your next purchases, and that creator code is DIMZ, creator code Dimz. But yeah, this stage is definitely alright. It's something. Up next is Crystal Valley. This is the game's biggest stage. There's a lot of moving parts to this stage, places to run, places to fight. This stage is good. It reminds me of a stage that I would make in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, actually. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun on this stage. Yeah, definitely a fun stage. I like it. Next up is Frozen Harbor. This stage feels like a recreation of Frozen Fortress from Rivals 1. And I do mean the Aether version of that stage, the one with the giant ice walls, because this stage has the giant ice walls. So yeah, you're just going to be fighting on the stage that is very closed in because of the walls until you break the walls or break your opponents through the walls. Then after a while the walls will return. The walls are fairly weak and it's a fine stage. Again, it's kind of like the one, it basically is the one from Rivals of Aether 1. So yeah, this one's alright. And last but not least, we have Wall Run. This stage layout is very strange because it has many walls but it's not too tall. But also you're on a wall and in the middle of the wall you have wall runners. It's a lot of walls, but at the same time not. But in the middle of the stage where the wall runners are, yeah, they are a hazard. They come from the background and just head to the foreground and just hope you're not in the way or they're going to hit you. Similar to the cars on the Mute City stage from Melee or that one Mario Kart stage in Smash Brothers. And honestly, it's very fun because not only is it predictable about when and where they're coming, but if you parry them, they actually turn into a grabbable item. So you do have a lot of agency to not get hit and use them against your opponent. Even if you just grab the item and throw it on the ground, they will start actually running on the stage horizontally. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this stage too. So yeah, just put it on the tier list. This is a very fun one. And there you have it. Looking at the tier list, it seems like there was a lot of stages I had fun with. And since there's only one stage that I said that was a dud, that's only one stage that I don't think I will ever play on again. So that's 9 out of 10 stages. That is a great passing score. Once again, Aether Studios surprised me with these stages that they made. There's actually love and thought put into them, and I'm very happy that we do have them now in the game. These are more stages for me to play on with or without items, and I'm very glad for it. And honestly, I want to know your opinions on these stages. Which stages do you think was really fun, or which stages do you think was really not so fun? Please leave in the comment section below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more Rivals content as well as any other content that I feel like uploading to this channel. And while you're here, you probably like Rivals, and if you like Rivals, check out the Rivals of Aether 2 shop, and when you do, please use my creator code, that is creator code DIMZ, creator code DIMZ. I am very thankful I got a chance to play this patch early, and I'm actually very happy with the results of the Fun for All update when it comes to the stages. And that's all I have to say for this video. You should drink some water today, and after that, make sure that you have a good one.